I did both. Most recently fly fishing, and not very successful, but it's a pastime. It's getting out there. Oh yeah, yeah, it's fun and it's a challenge, and especially with those rainbows in Surrey River. But I go up to our own pond there in Rolla Bay Pond and have fun there sometimes, and fly fishing. Well, it's just another activity, outdoor activity, and if you got an hour or two in the evenings, you want to go for a walk along the river, it's great. And yeah, it is a stress reliever if your life is stressed, but it would be a lot better if I hooked into a 5-pound rainbow and landed them. But and I've had that happen 2 times in Surrey River, and it was awesome. And the adrenaline rush is unbelievable, and I can't imagine what it would be with a 12, 15-pound salmon. That hasn't happened to me yet. I'm a lone fisherman, but I do have a brother-in-law that ties his own flies, and he fly fishes all the time. And sometimes we meet at the fishing hole on Surrey River. I've gone to Fortune River, and we upriver here at a place called Billy Binns's, and big pond, and sometimes in Big Brook, but mostly Surrey River because it's handy. I don't have to go very far. I recall going fishing as a youngster with family, and my father took a bunch of us kids. I think it's probably Cow River or somewhere at the north side, and we're going back to the early 50s. So, and I remember some people catching trout, but I was just a young gaffer, and that's my recollection. And then in Rolla Bay, my father had this property that was dammed off, and trout used to come in there, and we used to catch trout there. Nice trout, sea run trout that came in there and holed up in there in the summertime, and that was my recollection in my teen years. I just use an ordinary spinning gear when I'm bait fishing, but my preference is a Sage fly rod that I have. It's just a 3 1/3 ounce rod. I have an old reel that I use, and it's a nice little rod, and that's my favorite rod. No, it's just a pleasant pastime.
Yeah.
I have no humorous stories about fishing. I went to northern New Brunswick 3 falls ago with a co-worker, and we were salmon fishing, and he was adjacent to me fishing this pool in rotation, and he hooked a fairly big salmon, and knowing that I had never had a salmon on, he handed me the rod. And I first refused to take it, and he made me take it because he had that experience many times, and I landed the fish, and it was just a tremendous experience, but I did not hook the fish. He just handed me the rod, and it was good. It was a real good feeling, and then we got some pictures and let him go. I really think that our provincial regulations in respect to recreational sport fishing is well in hand. We got a firm hold on what's happening, and if it gets any more stricter, we're going to just have people not want to go fishing. But it's at a good place right where it is now in terms of the creel limits, the daily limits, and the seasons. And as a member of the Canadian Wildlife Federation, one of the national meetings was in Whitehorse, and the local branch up there took us out. We had a number of choices, activities, and one of them was we went grayling fishing, and this guy he was all geared up. He took 3 or 4 of us, and actually our past president of the P.E.I. Wildlife Federation, who is since deceased, was Babs Fitzgerald. He was with us. Babs was there, and I used this guy's gear and used probably 10 different flies before we started hitting grayling. And then you can see to the bottom of the run, it's about 12 feet down, and it's just pristine clear. And I started hitting grayling and landing them, and he had the black iron frying pan going on the fire, and he was frying them as fast as I was catching them, and that was a great day. It was good camaraderie, and got to know the local people there in that respect. And then decided to take the canoe out for a run and flipped her right away, and got a good dunking. So, yeah.